What it do, Virgos? The Abby Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel. Hello to those of you who may be brand spanking new. Join the fire family. Come on, come on, come on. We're just gonna get right into it. This is for your September 2019 reading. It's general, no sign call outs, no reversals. Basically, all of the things that you can watch for, how to get in contact with me for a reading are down in the description box below. Join the fire family over on Facebook and Instagram. Look at that milk and honey. And what I've been noticing too is, after I've cleansed the decks, the cards that will be at the bottom, yours said time to go. Now we have some other interesting messages that are over here, but the moments when I wasn't calling it out, to be like, oh, it's just an anomaly. No, it would show right back up. So I just wanted to put that out there. Of course, the incense are gone. Bummer. Let's get some mugwort sage up in here then. Let's allude to some dreams. Dream, 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 dream. Oh, and I want you. So, this is interesting, right? There may be, for you Virgos, over the last couple of months, we have definitely talked about you leaving something behind. So knowing that time to go card was there, let's see what the messages are. It's coming up for a reason. Have you finally done it? Is that what that is? Are you now on the other side of what that turmoil was? Again, we have milk and honey here. We have exchanging gifts. We have by the book. And now that you are on the other side, are you being rewarded? Are you getting to the things and having the things that you maybe were thinking were going to come from that particular connection, or what? The smoke that comes from sage is always so mesmerizing to me. I love it. It always makes me wonder, like, why are you burning that way, right? More messages for Virgo. September 2019, please. Okay, and there we go. Chaos and conflict. Interesting. Didn't I say? Milk and honey. Exchanging gifts. By the book. Looking at the time on the clock. Breathe. Thinker. Time to go. Virgos, I think you are finally there, my friends. And I say that because of the progression of the cards. Now, what I feel with the bottom of the deck being chaos and conflict, I think that, again, bottom of the deck energy for me typically means what spirit is trying to get you to let go of, pay attention to, those types of things, but it's not necessarily something that is supposed to be invited into your life. I think more of that, or the, do I want to say necessary energy? Something, when I do clarifying cards, and that bottom of the deck energy may allude to something a lot more specific to, it's current, it's going on, it's necessary, those types of things. But here, chaos and conflict, 33, 6. I don't think that this is what you were supposed to continue forward with. I think it is what you have walked away from. Now, disclaimer, this is not to say if you are a happy Virgo in your situation, this message is not for you. This is not for anybody who is single, obviously. If this is not resonating with you, you're going to know it. Do not try and fit a square. Don't try and force it. Okay. Milk and honey, 51, also a 6. So be paying attention to that. And it's funny too because Virgos, you run the 6th house, right? So you are all about health, awareness, the livelihood, the things that we do to feel our most like ourselves, right? And then let's flip that on its head. A 6 flipping it turns into a 9. You also, run from not only August but into September, the ninth month of the year. Again, that's if we're looking at Western, calendarization. But hermit mode, you have to free. All of these things are coming out to, I guess, give you back your power, right? Or let me put it this way, you are taking back your power. And so for you, like, you had this dream with this person. Perhaps for some of you, this is more career oriented than it is for a relationship, okay? General reading, so I want to incorporate everything that I'm seeing or feeling. You had this dream of what it was supposed to be. And there was an exchange, right? Things were working. It was effort for effort. It was an even give and take, perhaps, or what you thought it was. Either way it goes, you were showing up, you were showing out. This other person may have been as well. And you were going by the book. I think either way it goes, there was something that was still transpiring that just was a little funky. And I say that because this ballerina, even though she's playing with the little kitty cat, is still holding back, right? Not only in her positioning of her body, but also the fact that she has on a mask. Okay? She has on a mask. She has these wings where she is freely able to fly away, but yet it seems as if, to me, with her bodily position, that she's choosing to stay in this box. So it's not, it's saying, like, you have these boundaries up, you have this distrustful nature, you have all of these things that are opposing what you can do, what you have the perfect capabilities to do. There's a reason for that. And so you've trekked along, you went by the book, you probably did what you needed to do, all of these things to keep it going. Now, you are a mutable sign, Virgos, but it's interesting that when it comes to your nature, you are way more let me dig my heels into the ground type of individual than you are to kind of go with the flow. Like there's a recipe for you, right? There's the proper way to do things. And if it just means I need to work a little bit harder, a little bit longer, I can do it. If it may still give me the result that I desire, right? But I think now you're going through the motions and you're realizing that it doesn't even need to take all that. It doesn't need to take for you to work harder, longer, be in something unnecessarily. I think you are starting to pinpoint things in your life where you were just like, yeah, I can cut that off. Yeah, I'm done with that. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. Like, it's just change. It's working for you in a different, what you used to do is no longer working for you. You are now learning to do things in a brand new way. Okay, so it took a moment of rest. It took a moment of realization. It is perhaps taking, this Virgo season for you to really, I guess, back up, back up your words, back up your thought process, all of those things. You're taking this deep breath, and you are realizing, like, yeah, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. But it wouldn't be anything less than true Virgo fashion if you didn't think it through, if you did not almost exhaust every single option. I think you may be a little bit different from Tauruses in that way, where, when it really does feel like it's over, it's done, it's over and it's done. But you can still take your sweet time to get there. By all means, please go back and watch, the last couple, maybe at least 3 videos that I've posted for you Virgos, and we've talked about this. Like, this isn't something that you just thought about yesterday. That's not it for you. Um, you've definitely given this, I would almost dare say, your all. Okay, Virgos, whatever this situation is, whatever it is, you have done enough. And because of that, I think this month you are finally here. I think this month, whatever it is about to be left in the past. No matter how recent, no matter how long it's been in your life, if it does not fit anymore, if there have been things that have been going awry, this is the reason why. It can't go where you're going, Virgos. It just can't. So let's just get a little bit of clarity here. This is more just to, add maybe some more specifics for some of you who still may have a question. The sun. Look at that. I stop and I look down and we get the tower. But that's already happened. I think the change, I think the switch up has already happened for you. We have the Page of Rods. I think if it, so it's one of 3 things, right? I was going to say it's one of 3 things. It's either that it's already transpired, it is happening now, or it will. But by the end of September, for all of you, 8 of Cups that behind, 8 of Cups that place, and if you're cross-watching, or perhaps that this is going to be happening to you, Virgos, or with somebody that you're dealing with, at least right? At least 5 of Rods. Pretty similar to that chaos and conflict, huh? So, but this is what you're leaving behind. Just being nosy. 4 Rods. You may live with this person. You may have built up a life together. May have been thinking about marriage. May be married. Let's go right into your message. With the Sun card, the Page of Rods, the Page of Pentacles. Like, the pages, to me, when I've been seeing them in the readings this month, they've been a sense of starting over. The King. When you reach that level, but you still haven't embodied the characteristics that make them a strong king, that makes them royal, it's more that you've been embodying the ego side of them. Spirit will start you back over, right? Spirit will be like, okay, so now we gotta relearn it. Or perhaps it is that you were trying to take on these characteristics in general, right? Like, you have earth energy down to a science as a Virgo. It's just a part of your nature. But have you been living in it? Has it been a while since you've been living in it? And perhaps now there is this need to be more active, be more passionate, be that type of Virgo. Maybe that was what you were missing. Ooh, okay. And you got two honey buns. Interesting. Bunny hop jive is at the bottom. I don't know if I'm feeling that one. Okay, we got the woo woo. I think again, there's a moment that's going to be celebrated here, because you'll finally realize that it's done. It's done. You're gonna feel that sense of freedom, Virgos. And then here we have at your service. $43, 7, 23, 5. There was another sign that kind of had the symbolisms of 5 and 7. And I think it was Taurus. But celebratory moment, and realizing now, I think that you can put your efforts into something else, into yourself. I feel like this is self. And that's typically what we should be doing, right? If we are healing and actually trying to fix how we showed up to something, we have to be at our own service. We have to be willing to, feed back into ourselves. Because when it comes to partnerships, there is giving, and sometimes we give more than perhaps what we should. And I think that you are figuring out certain things, Virgos, the non-negotiables, the things that you probably will never do again, the things that you want to improve on, what you want to look out for going forward, what you want to embody so that you can manifest that externally as well. Those types of things are coming to you now, as we're not only going, excuse me, not only going through your birthday season, but also just the nature of Virgo season itself is all about retrospection. It's all about internal, what's that word? Not review. Oh, I'm blanking. I can see it, I can hear it, but I can't say it. Internal, it's not review. But you know what I mean, right? It's all about taking that step back to go. I want to say go through things with a fine-tooth comb. It's like that. Those are your messages, Virgo. For those of you who have already done this, and I'm not saying, ending something is never easy. It never leaves you with the feel-good feeling, because there's a part of you that is being left behind as well, right? So endings are never clear cut, but you have got to do the work. That's why I can never understand how people can go from one thing to the next over and over and over again, because all you're doing is bringing your baggage and theirs. Truth be told, you're bringing both into the next situation, and it's like that next person more than likely never has a chance. Even if everything, you check off all the boxes, it seems like they may be good for you and all those types of things, but because you aren't doing your part, and then you put this expectation on them to do theirs, it's a mismatch of energy. Those are your messages, Virgo. Absolutely love and adore you. Until next time, mwah. Abby Phoenix here. Be blessed.